Hey everyone, it's Celia Cortes. I'm here with Ariel Siegelman, president of the DRACO group. We are at the beach, as you can see, I hope. And we're working with an educational institution, and they're doing something that's quite different than what many other schools are willing to do. So I want to ask Ariel a few questions and why he sees the importance of what he's doing right now and why these institutions are setting themselves apart from others. So tell us, why do you think that, first of all, tell us what we're doing. What are these educational institutions doing that's different than any other school out there right now?
So kind of an out-of-the-box concept, at least in the United States. It's actually something that's very common, not just common, but it's like the absolute standard in Israel. What they're doing is they're incorporating the offensive response capability within the institution. What that means is that they're creating a rapid response team. In other words, if there was a threat, a violent threat, there's now a team within the institution that can handle dealing with that threat, at least on the level of holding down the fort until first responders can arrive. They're no longer sitting and praying in the corner for minute after minute after minute, hoping to God that somebody arrives and saves them. They're taking responsibility and doing something on their own and being that partner with first responders.
Awesome. So tell us, what is the average response time in the United States for first responders to get to a situation?
So in the past, the FBI put out information saying that it's 12 minutes. I've been hearing some information recently that it's as short as 8 minutes.
Wow, okay.
I think that if we sat here quietly for 8 minutes, nobody would watch this video. So
I think you're probably right on that.
That's a long time.
So imagine you're sitting around for 8 minutes. Let's say it is 8 minutes. You're sitting around for 8 minutes waiting for first responders to show up, instead of being willing to do something yourself, being able to do something yourself. So these institutions are taking these proactive measures to get people inside their institution trained on how to respond to a mass casualty, to an active killer situation, how to stop the bleeding in the event that it happens. What is the impact you're seeing with the educational institutions and any organization that you're working with that's implementing this? What are the changes you're seeing from within those organizations?
Well, I think it goes far beyond the security capabilities within the institution. In other words, you know, they're putting people into this program who are from different parts of the institution itself that normally wouldn't work together. So like maybe the art teacher and the math teacher and then the groundskeeper are all working together now suddenly, and they're doing this difficult course, and so it sort of creates this bond within different branches of the institution that they never really saw possible, and people are feeling more of a sense of ownership within the community. We're like, hey, this is not just a place where I work. I don't just clock in the morning and clock in at night, but this is my community. Yeah. And these are people I care about, and this is my family.
Exactly. And having worked at an institution that implemented this program, it makes a huge difference. And we did, in fact, have a bond within that group that no one else had, because they didn't suffer your training with us. So those who suffered it together learned, and we had a connection that no one else really understands.
It's funny how going through something difficult together, you know, people who suffer together become brothers and sisters. They become family. So
that's
yeah,
exactly
it's an amazing
right.
thing.
So we've been talking about the importance of getting involved and being different and stepping outside the box and doing something and stepping up. So we wanted to put this video out there for you guys so you can see that there are institutions out there that are sending their teams in to get trained, because they also want to do something. They also want to step up and be involved and be ready, because we can't sit around and wait for first responders. So Ariel, thank you very much, and thank you for what you're doing. I know that I'm a little bit biased, but what he's doing is going to change the course of history in our country, and we're going to see it.
Well, that's definitely our goal. You know, I think at this point it's still something that if we talk about, you know, anything other than people sitting and hiding under their desks seems to be crazy, right? It's a crazy concept in our culture. Like, what we're expected to do is sit and wait and be sheep.
That's right.
And part of what we're preaching, part of the religion that we believe in, is that there's no reason to be a sheep, and there's every reason to take responsibility and take ownership of your own safety and security, and that of the children and the people around you. And you know, it may seem like a revolutionary concept right now, but I'm sorry to say that if things continue the way that they are,
yep,
and there's no reason to think that they won't, then this is going to have to be the standard. If people sit around and wait and think that hiding under their desk and covering their eyes, and you know, that's just silliness. That ain't working.
It's not gonna
work. And so if in a place where the results of what the standard is subpar, then it's time to look at a different system.
That's right. And that's what we're doing here. So we're doing it here with this institution, with many others, and we invite you guys to join us. Step up, do something, be different, be willing to respond to things that are happening around you. Don't be sheep. Don't just sit around and wait for things to happen. So thank you for watching. Please share the video. Come on and like the DRACO group page if you haven't already. It's the DRACO group, DRACO GROUP. Share the video, talk about this, talk about the importance of it. If you know a teacher, if you know a CEO, if you know a director of security, talk about the importance of having people in-house who have the ability to respond before the first responders can get there. All right, guys, take care, be safe.
And I'll say, be part of the cutting edge. Don't just wait until it becomes like, oh, that's what everybody's doing. What everybody's doing isn't necessarily the right thing to do.
That's the truth.
Sometimes there's a better way.
That's right. All right. Final words? All right, guys. Be safe. Bye.